Hello people of the web and welcome back to the Lyfcraft server. Last episode was a little brief and casual. This episode will be a little bit more productive, with any luck. I always keep a list of ideas on my desk. Lately I've been considering two in particular and realised that they could be combined to be something a bit special. The first part is a dungeon spawner, or to be precise, 2 dungeon spawners. I get plenty of XP from trading, but it would be nice to take advantage of a double spawner and it'd be a fun project to do. Now, the spawner that I'm looking for is a double spawner that I found whilst lighting up caves. Not this cave, although I think I might have started here and wandered off. It's going to be quite a long tunnel, and I think we're going to have the opening on the green bit heading that way, but I need to make sure I've got enough space. So what we're going to do is dig to the right length and then we'll just do a turn. It should be pretty much a straight line to the double spawner. Although it's a straight line, it's still like 100 blocks in the direction to my left and then 20 blocks in front of me. So it's a long tunnel. Right, so this is how far down the tunnel has to go. Then it just forks off in this direction, 100 blocks. It's going to take me a little while to dig this. And this would be part of the mine shaft that probably links up to it. Although I'm still quite a long way from the double spawner. So we're going to be doing bridging and lighting up as we go. Hopefully nothing spawns and kills me. That wouldn't surprise me. Hello? Nope, we're safe-ish. Oh no, let's not do that because I can't step through lanterns. Torches! Good old-fashioned torches. Now I know I'm getting close, and I also know that I didn't light up the end spawner. So don't be surprised if I die down this tunnel. And also don't be surprised that I don't have my shovel on me. This is normal. I've figured it out. My Z value is supposed to be minus 20, not plus 20. So in theory, around here, just that way. Which is kind of annoying. I didn't like this tunnel anyway. So we'll keep digging another 40 blocks, then turn left. God, no one saw me make that mistake. That would be embarrassing. Remember, you don't need to tell anyone that this happened. I made my trip back to the base, partly because I needed shears, and partly because Hushbug called me as she had a creeper blow up in my apartment. Now I've braved the journey to come back down the tunnel, dug up a few blocks so that I'm on the right height for the spawners, and cleared all the cobwebs, and the oak, whatever they're called, openings. So obviously, this area needs to be developed into some kind of cave spider grinder, but I haven't got any thoughts on design yet. I'm going to leave those spawners for now and start working on the tunnel. Now, the digging out of this tunnel is kind of reliant on this tunnel, and that's the sort of content that's perfect for a live stream. So I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to do that later. We're going to hop over to my test world. Now you're going to have to use your imagination a little bit, because of course I'm not going to rebuild my entire base in the test world, but this would be how the tunnel goes up to the door. And no, I haven't built the redstone, so we're going to break a hole and you can have a look at what I've done so far. I'm working to build a modular design, each module being 8 blocks long. Then I can repeat these modules all the way down a very long tunnel, and it should look quite good. Now I'm currently copying that work on this side, and once I've done that I can clone this build. Well, that took me about 10 seconds to copy that over. It's very straightforward. Now what we're going to do is just change the game rule random tick speed to, let's say, 3000, which will speed these up dramatically. Actually, maybe that's a little bit too fast. Let's do 1000. So as these kelp grow, eventually one of them should grow long enough that it activates one of those observers, and when it does, the whole crop gets harvested It then flows into the middle where there's an item channel pushing everything to the end. Now with multiple modules, these will just keep pushing from one module to the next. I've just chosen to use diamond blocks as my markers for where the module ends and begins. So that block there does allow for this redstone and the dust on top of it to be picked up. Then it will go all the way over to basically back. Ooh, one more block here. So that's one module, and I wonder if I can get my clone command working correctly. Wish me luck. Well, I tried to clone it. Unfortunately, wasn't quite right with my clone command. Wasn't far off, but unfortunately it was off. Oops. We were closer this time. Just obviously off by one block. What have I done? Let's see. Ah, so close. Is it 7 and 6? That actually looks rather promising. The only amendment I need to do is just around here. We need to take this bit of redstone dust and put it there instead. I'll do the same on this side. Then they're not interfering one module to the next. I would say I've nearly mastered the clone command. This is looking pretty good. Now my intention is not to have a module in the first bay, as I want to put my furnaces along here and perhaps a control tower here, just in case I want to have a manual button for all to be harvested at the same time rather than doing individual modules like so. And that only took me like 2 minutes to work out. Oh, I probably should do something about the water up there. Maybe I'll leave flowing water above so you get the ceiling repeated even if there's no flowing water behind. This side I left the water, I've just covered it up, which is a bit of a cheat, but I know that I don't need to build all of this stuff. Let's work out that water flow. Oop. It should be simple enough. Fixed. Now we have a ceiling that looks the same throughout the build. We've got a space for furnaces to go and all of the kelp pumps in. I think it will fill this furnace up before starting to fill this one. And that suits me to the ground. I have no idea what I'm going to do on this side. The idea was to have a control panel, but I don't know what I want to control, and wiring up. I can probably do that at a later date, because all it will take is running some redstone wiring down underneath the glowstone here. In theory, we should end up with kelp in this one, I think. Right, I spent 5 minutes staring at this furnace, waiting for kelp to come in. Actually, it's this one that fills up first. Plenty of small embarrassing moments, none of which need to be mentioned outside of the YouTube comment section. It's still Christmas for me, and although I'm feeling a little bit ill with a sniffly nose, I definitely want to stream because I've got plenty to do, and I want to hang out with some cool people. So, the stream is a great idea. Just hope I can remember to mute my microphone before I sneeze. Hushbug is kindly at the base doing plenty of trading to gather quartz and glowstone, which we need, but I also need quite a lot of lime carpet. And for that, I have something quite handy. It's the villager down in the basement still at the tent. No matter how much I move out of this place, I always seem to be coming back. Oh, I've got these things to unload as well. So we can unload some red dye and load up on lime carpet. And he should refresh soon, because it's middle night. Hushbug just needs to sleep. Last night I streamed for just short of 4 hours, and we made a lot of progress in the tunnel. In fact, let's see if we can fly down it. Oh, camera mode off. It's now a very long tunnel, nicely lined with quartz, and at the end we have a door, which is the standard redstone spiral door, the same as we have in the rest of the base, and it even works. I did redstone on stream and it works. Now, this is just, of course, the first 4 modules along, but a lot of progress in here, and I've even dug out where the ceiling should go. Perfect. And so this allows me space to build the flowing water on top, and we're actually not far from having the first few modules finished. And I think, with any luck, Hushbug left some supplies in one of these shulkers. Iron and hoppers and pistons. That's what I needed. So we're going to work on the redstone for each module first, and then I'll put the water in. Because water while you're doing redstone, probably not a good idea. One of the things I need most is sea lanterns, and quite a lot of them. I got given, I think, 5 or 6 stacks as part of my Christmas present from the Colonel, and I'm still short by a few. So we're going to take a quick trip to the shopping district and get some. Luckily for me, there's actually quite a quick route up through the beacon, which is slightly borrowed. That's Yellow Hybrid's base, so it spawns over this way. A familiar sight. The Light Life, 64 foot. That's handy. I've got my diamonds, but there's no sea lanterns. Which means, let's have a quick trip over to the Colonel's. I'm sure he won't mind if I craft some up for myself, and then I can just leave the diamonds in his chest. So his base is just over the horizon, I think. Yep, there it is. The beautiful build. And lots of guardians. It seems that these chests that used to hold crystals are running a little bit low. Although I can't say I'm surprised. He did give away a lot of lights for Christmas. So I think I need 10 stacks of crystals and 8 stacks of shards. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that will give me 2 stacks of crafting bench? Crafting bench. Those ones. They even got the recipe right, which is surprising, seeing as I've made so many of the things in Vanilla High. Where do I put these? Where does he check regularly? I would say he is checking this area regularly, but this chest has been here since my episode 3. I think I'm going to have to change the sign. There, quartz still here, and 2 diamonds for lanterns. I'll send him a message on Discord, just so he knows. What a star we've got on the server. I'm struggling because I haven't got torches, and so I'm having to use lanterns, which is a little bit of a pain when you're in confined space, because you bump your head on lanterns very easily. And Karis is offering to give me torches. What a darling. But no, I'll manage. I'm an independent... No, that's Beyonce. Yeah, this is fine. Just made it all 3 tall. And we're not bumping my head, which is amazing. And saves me having to dig for coal. Ugh. Such effort. Oh, that needs to be a repeater going this way. I need to put a delay on it, otherwise when the observers pick up a change, they'll send a signal, and the signal's not long enough for the blocks to be retracted afterwards. So we'd end up with a broken farm without a repeater. I think that's basically all I need. Though now I want to make this taller and place my lanterns in. And yes, I don't need this many lanterns, but the brighter it is, the less lag from lighting updates. I think. If my understanding of lighting updates is correct. Might be wrong. The only other thing I need for that module, apart from water and kelp, would be glass and smooth quartz, which we decided on stream looks so much better as a backing block than lime concrete. Don't think I've got any more carpet though. Ooh, tea! Stop. Land. Yes, please! I made quite a lot of smooth quartz. Yep. Well, I say quite a lot. I made some smooth quartz for the main lobby room. And of course we used some in here. But I made like 25 stacks for the lobby room and had 2 stacks left over. So that's hopefully enough for what I need. Of course the other thing I will want is some glass, which we get from librarians. I'm loving all of this trading with villagers. It makes my life quite simple. I don't have to go out and gather resources. You. Take some iron. In fact, have some extra. I don't need it. The biggest issue that I run into with these guys is sometimes they don't refresh. And the normal reason behind that is because they've swapped workstations. He refreshed, which means he's fine. This one didn't, and this one didn't. So these are probably the wrong way round. Meaning he's now decided this is the one he wants to access. And this one's then realised he hasn't got one to work with. Let's get rid of this iron. With any luck, if we place these down, they might pick them up in the right order. Although I have no idea what time of day it is. Looking forward to 1.15 where they should stay to their workstations and not forget them. Also, I'm very much aware that I said I needed glass and walk to the blue tunnel. I needed emeralds. This guy's called Please Help Me Escape. Named by one of my viewers on Twitch. Wait, do you have a glass trade? He doesn't have a glass. You do. I like you. You're much nicer. And you. I mean, if you think about how long it would take to gather, what, 2 and a bit stacks of glass. Have to go out there, gather the sand from a desert, and then come back, smelt the stuff, and in just a short trip down 1 tunnel of my base, I've got, what, nearly 4 stacks. Much easier. I don't need kelp. We also have an opening to the ocean, which should have some kelp in it. I also don't need water because, well, I'll just zip up the top for that as well. Then again, is there water down here? No. Of course, I got rid of all the water. Would have been smart to keep that stuff. Well, that's a handy, convenient thing to find. I was just ripping out this stone so I could put the smooth stone down. Smooth quartz down. And I found water. Which means, if I'm clever, what we can do is let's take out these 3. I can make myself a bucket. And again, we have an infinite water source. Oh no, an infinite water source. The reason the window and the pistons are only 5 wide, but yet this room is 7 wide, is because, of course, when this wall gets pushed in, that block of water is no longer a source block. And so it helps to have one to the side to flow in, and it turns into a source block again. Technically, it's not necessary to have it 7 wide. In fact, I could just do it 6 wide and it would still work. But this is quicker to fill in, and also symmetry. Who doesn't like symmetry? Apparently Karis is outside. While she went to make a cup of tea, mobs spawned. Which is not something that I particularly notice, because of course we're underground most of the time. And don't actually have a window. We're kind of hermits down here. But without all of the millions of subscribers. And of course I'll need a way to get in, so what we just do here is that and that. And I can squeeze through, water won't be able to get out. As I don't have an ice farm, I'm not really able to fill this in completely with water, so what I'm doing instead is filling it in with flowing water, and then when I place the kelp, it should make them all source blocks. just requires, obviously, 7 buckets. And yes, I could have made multiple buckets, but no big deal. I'm over at Oz's. I would say it's a possible spoiler, but I'm ahead of schedule, so this video will probably come out after his. Hello! Goodbye! Goodbye! It's quite satisfying. Oh. No crossbows. So I'm on call with Garrus and she's coming over to help me with this thing. And inside the first module, we have a fish that spawned in my kelp farm. It's a yellow fish, a very pretty yellow fish, but I wasn't expecting that. Sadly, my fish despawned, but we made plenty of progress and have most of the first section done. I need to do the furnaces though, and then I can route all of the kelp to it. Because at the moment, if it harvests things, it just shoots up to the top, zips out, and then lands on the carpet, which is not really a storage solution. Ooh, kelp. I often make furnaces when I need one quickly, and I have a funny feeling... Ah, we have 4. I need 1 more. Saves me crafting so many. Oh no, I don't need 4 more. 1 more. Let me close and get rid of that. And there we have a semi-complete tunnel. The modules that we have completed are fully functional, which means we have a kelp farm now. And while I might build more modules soon, we'll need to build and complete the cave spider grinder before we're able to finish the tunnel. Now I'm really pleased with how this project has turned out. As always, I'd love to read your feedback and ideas in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, please give the video a like, subscribe if you're new, and I hope to see you back for the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye now.